The subject of today's case study is the Mughal emerald. There's not a lot known about the history of this work due to the fact that it has been in the hands of private collectors for most of its existence until very recently. What we do know is that this work dates back to Mughal India roughly to the year 1695. We do not know where the actual gemstone itself came from, but based off the emerald trade at the time, we can make some references. Odds are, due to the fact that this emerald is of good quality and grade, odds are it came from the Spanish Empire of modern-day Colombia, as most emeralds at the time of this grade were coming from Colombia at the time. So odds are it traveled along Spanish trade routes until it got all the way to India. What really makes this work special is it has two engravings on each side. The first one, as seen here, is a rather intricate floral pattern. While the floral pattern is not unique in the sense of lots of works of arts like this do have floral patterns on, but they are always intriguing to look at. The other side is where things get a little more interesting. What you see here is an actual Islamic prayer, and we'll get into what the actual prayer reads and all that later. But what really makes this gemstone unique is when the light hits it correctly, you can really see the physical properties of emerald itself just come to life. As you can see here, when the light hits these engravings correctly, the engravings just really come to life. For example, when you look at the writing here, as compared to the previous slide, it's night and day. It's obvious that the artist used the glossy luster of the emerald itself to make sure that these engravings pop out like this. When combined with the actual green hue of the emerald itself, we can see that the artist really wanted to use the physical properties of the emerald itself to its fullest extent. While the artist did do a good job of using the physical properties of emerald to show off his engravings, it is not known how the artist would have actually put the engravings on this emerald. Based on our research, we actually came across a strikingly similar method that was used in regards to the rock crystal lamps from the Islamic world that we learned about in this class. This is rather intriguing, as on the hardness scale, emerald and rock crystal are very close to each other, and for the fact that the rock crystal lamps and the one side of this emerald actually both had floral decorations. Speaking of the Islamic world, this work actually carries a bit of a religious significance in the world, as the Islamic writing on the back reads, "O merciful one, O compassionate one, O God, God bless Muhammad and Ali and Fatima and Al-Hussein, Ali and Muhammad and Jafar and Musa 1107, and Ali and Muhammad and Ali and Al-Husani and the steadfast Mahdi." So what this prayer is more than likely a Shia prayer, due to the fact that this prayer is actually blessing and mentioning the first 12 Imams in Islam, which is a important aspect of Shia Islam itself. While this work does carry some religious significance to India, it probably also has cultural significance as well, due to the fact that in India at the time, artworks involving emerald were not an uncommon thing. For example, this work here, while the picture isn't 100% clear in the terms of transparency, we do see a work that is strikingly similar to the Mughal emerald. What is carved on it is just somebody's name. What it is isn't actually important to us right now. The other work is actually the more interesting of the two, in my opinion, because when you look at it, it just blows you away. This is called an emerald box set, and just like the Mughal emerald, it has some very intricate and intriguing engravings on it as well. At the time in India, obtaining vast amounts of emerald like this was a very expensive substance to obtain. So odds are that emerald works of art such as these were valuable, culturally speaking, to at least wealthy Indians. This is due to the fact that while these are just two other works that we mentioned, there was an abundance of other pieces of art from the Mughal era as well that contained emerald. Perhaps that these emerald works were commissioned for the wealthy to show off their status and wealth, as people today would do in the sense of buying a supercar or a super yacht. It's hard to say. But one thing is clear, that this work is something special. The Mongol Mughal emerald is crafted in a way that combines the both physical properties of emerald with the beauty of art at the same time. When the light shines off it correctly, we get to see not just the green hue of the emerald itself, but the artwork just light up. It creates a sense of duality in the sense of what something like a coin would. For example, a coin has a heads and tails, while in the sense of the two different sides of the coin usually are not related. They are what make a coin a coin. The one side of the Mughal emerald is the floral decoration, and the other is the prayer. While they are not related to each other, this is what makes this work unique.